All right, let's talk career paths. You're a business analyst, but have you ever just stopped and wondered what the journey really looks like? Today, we're going to take that fuzzy what's next feeling and turn it into a crystal clear, actionable roadmap. A plan you can actually start using, like today.
So you're a BA. You get it. You've got a great handle on business processes, and you're ready to climb. But the million-dollar question is, where to? What's the right path for you? Do you go deeper and specialize? Or maybe branch out into something like project management or product ownership? It can feel a little overwhelming, but don't worry. That's exactly what we're here to figure out together.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the BA career ladder itself. Then, we'll look at how certifications can act as your personal compass. After that, we'll build out an actionable roadmap, step by step. And finally, we'll take a peek at the view from the top. Let's dive in. First up, the BA career ladder. Now, I want you to think about your career less like a job and more like a climb. You're starting with the fundamentals and working your way up, rung by rung, all the way to high-level strategy. This climb? It generally has 4 main stages. You kick things off at the entry level, then you build up your skills to hit that intermediate stage. From there, you move into advanced and leadership roles. And the peak? Well, that's where you find yourself in a strategic position. Let's break down what each of these really means. Okay, so starting at the beginning. At the entry level, it's all about building that solid foundation. You're probably a junior BA, a trainee, or an intern. Your world is all about learning the ropes, how to elicit requirements, how to talk to stakeholders without getting lost, and how to document processes. The tools of the trade are going to be things like Jira and Excel. And if you're thinking about a certification right out of the gate, the IIBA-ECBA is a fantastic place to start. Once you've got those basics down, you move up to the intermediate stage. You're not just learning anymore, you're doing. You're actively managing requirements and really contributing to projects. Your skill set starts to broaden into things like process improvement and change management. And this is the perfect time to look at certifications like the IIBA-CCBA or the PMI-PBA to really prove you've got that growing experience. Now, this is where things get really interesting. The advanced level, it's a huge shift in focus. As a senior or a lead BA, you're not just doing tasks, you're driving strategy. Your whole mindset changes. You stop asking, how do we build this? And you start asking, why should we build this? You're tackling complex projects, taking full ownership, and really stepping into a leadership role. And that's exactly when you'd set your sights on a big deal certification like the IIBA-ECBA. And then you reach the top, the strategic level. This is where you transition into these super high impact roles. Think business architect, product manager, or high-level consultant. The mindset shifts again. This time from a project view to a whole enterprise view. You're aligning entire portfolios with a big picture business strategy, working directly with executives. And this is where you can leverage powerful certifications like the PMP or CSPO to make that leap. So, we've mentioned a bunch of certifications, right? Well, let's think of them as your career compass. They're not just fancy letters to put after your name. They actually help you navigate your path, especially when you have to choose between the 2 major tracks, one from the IIBA, the International Institute of Business Analysis, and the other from the PMI, the Project Management Institute. Here's the most important thing to get. They have different philosophies. Think of the IIBA track like becoming a master craftsman. You're going super deep, specializing in the art of business analysis itself, becoming the absolute go-to expert on requirements. The PMI track, on the other hand, is more like being an architect. You're framing all those BA skills within the larger structure of a project, which makes it the perfect bridge if you're aiming for a project management role. Let's put it simply. Do you want to be the ultimate go-to expert in all things business analysis? The IIBA path is for you. It's all about depth and mastery of the BA craft. But if you see yourself leading projects, using your amazing BA skills as a launchpad straight into management, then the PMI path is your route. It is literally built for that exact transition. Okay, we've seen the ladder, we've got our compass, now it's time to put it all together into an actual, actionable roadmap, a practical guide to get you from point A to point B, wherever that may be for you. So here it is, your 4-step plan. Step 1, start with your education and lock down a foundational cert. Step 2, get your hands dirty. Land that entry-level role and become a master of the tools. Step 3, aim higher. Go for those senior roles by taking on more complex work and grabbing an advanced certification. And finally, step 4, make the leap. Leverage all that incredible experience to jump into those top-tier strategic positions. But please, remember this. It's the most important point of all. This is your path. This roadmap isn't some rigid, one-size-fits-all plan. It's a flexible guide. You can, and you absolutely should, tweak it and customize it to fit your own unique goals and dreams.
All right, let's wrap up by exploring those awesome career destinations. What does the view from the top of the ladder actually look like? And which certifications are the keys you need to unlock those doors?
As you can see, there's a really clear connection between the role and the certification. If you want to be a project manager, employers are absolutely going to be looking for that PMP. It signals you get the whole project lifecycle. Thinking about being a product manager? Well, a CSPO shows you understand agile product vision, while a CBAP proves you can translate it into reality. Just think of these certs as the keys that prove you're ready for the challenge.
So there you have it, a clear path from where you are now, all the way to a strategic leader. The ladder is there, you've got the compass in your hand, and the roadmap is all laid out. So really the only question left is, what's your next step?